back to Daytime Live. As you can see by Dustin's outfit, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and today we are joined by Miss Patrice Dwyer from Navigating Health Services, who is here to talk about navigating cancer in the workplace. Welcome, Patrice. Such a serious subject. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me and giving me the space to speak about such an important topic.
Yeah.
Patrice, let's jump right into it. Your company. Tell me what your company does and how long have they been in business?
All right, so Navigating Health Services, our tagline is bridging the gap and creating pathways to quality health care. Okay. So what we're doing with that is we're offering a lot of services around cancer support and non-communicable diseases, including patient navigation, what's called lymphedema treatment, even workshops, presentations, things that create a space for education and empowerment, as well as practical services such as supporting people throughout end of life for transition planning and all of that as well.
It's such a heavy topic, but you deal with it with such joy and wisdom, and we really appreciate that. So we talk a lot about how we can navigate cancer and breast cancer with family and friends, never the workplace. Like a friend of mine was telling me that someone in Lion King that I used to work at is at work with cancer, and it struck me that it was such a, how do you talk to them? Do you want to keep it light or do you want to keep it, what do we do to help persons in this situation, and what type of challenges are people facing in the workplace?
Well, as you speak to, what you should say to them, first of all, do you know if they have cancer? Because the first thing is disclosure. Does somebody really want to disclose their condition? That's up to them. But one of the challenges we face in the workplace is, in fact, disclosure. That happens when people are not permitting that. They're not asking, they didn't give permission for their information to be leaked. That's one thing. There's stigma. There are just the various challenges people face when they're going through treatment, side effects from treatments that could be impacting. You could have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, things like that. And then even coming out of that process now and, completing treatment, coming back, there's some long-term side effects, like even, short-term memory loss, or what they call chemo brain fog, that can impact how they show up to work. And so we're not just talking about, and my company not just focuses on people who are going through cancer themselves, but the people who support them, families, caregivers. So if you have a loved one who is home, who is not well, how are you showing up to work? And what kind of supportive environment is there at work that can help you to navigate your regular duties at work when you're concerned about somebody who is either very sick or dying at home?
When I talk about navigating the space and navigating the space around that particular individual, that now it's known that they are going through this process. I'm sure it's different for male co-workers and female co-workers. What are tips would you share that as a male co-worker or a female co-worker, how can we interact with that person to help them feel supported?
Well, first off, we talk about breast cancer. And, for women who go through the disease, and I want to make it known men and women get breast cancer because we don't seem to talk enough about that. But for women who go through the disease, who may have hair loss, may look a little different physically, we have a tendency in this country to just walk up and just say, hey, why you
look so? You put on weight or you lost weight.
We have to be mindful of that. And we can't just simply say, hi, how are you? How are you doing today? Can I help you? Can I support you with anything? If you see them going through some struggles, sitting in a corner by themselves or something, just reach out and what's up? How can I support you?
I love that. Is there anything that persons can do from a company perspective? I know you just spoke about like supporting your peer, your colleague. What about from a company perspective and how they can support and align with that individual?
Well, when you think about, we live in a culture now coming out of COVID with flexible work arrangements. For some people going through chemotherapy, that's something that could be supportive for them. If there's a way for them to work at home for a period during treatment, that could be supportive of them. If there's some kind of mental or emotional help that the company can offer in terms of counseling, things like that could be supportive for them as well. So, it's going to impact the entire workforce, the dynamics of the team, if somebody's showing up and they're not showing up as their full selves.
I'm sure we're going to, delve a little bit more into that, but if persons are not sure about how they should act and they want some guidance, how can they reach out to you as individuals or as entities to get to have you come in, probably speak to the
About
staff,
your workshop and how they can
guidance,
sign up.
the workshops, all
Yeah.
of
Your workshop.
Well, right now we have a workshop coming up, and it's actually called Navigating Cancer in the Jamaican Workplace, and that will be at the Montego Bay Convention Center this Friday.
Right.
So that's one of the spaces. We try to create these kind of spaces where people can speak to these difficult or real conversations we like to talk about, right? So we'll be having representatives from the Ministry of Labor who will speak to policies that are already in place around supporting people with life-threatening illness in the workplace.
Right.
We'll have a number of physicians, a number of people on board who will be able to shed light, including persons who've been through the journey themselves, who work in HR, who work in organizations, to speak about how they were able to show up and what were the things that they were able to
We're
do.
getting a first-hand account.
First-hand account as well as the professional.
The minister.
Correct. We need to know what the policies are so that we can be more empowered.
Yeah.
One of the things we want to do, we say we're going to educate, empower, and support people.
I love that.
So that they can advocate for themselves.
We don't have we don't have a lot of time. So let us know how we can reach out to you, or persons can reach out to your contact information, social media, all that.
Well, on social media, we're Navigating Health Services, on Instagram, Facebook, all of that. 827-5634 is the phone number. navigatinghealthservices@gmail.com. You can reach out to us in that way, and we're happy to support.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Patrice.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I feel like you've given us a lot of information here. And just as you've given to us, give and it shall come back to you. We would like to talk about our giveaway to the audience. Okay, so we have another giveaway. One giveaway. Okay, so who has the giveaway? Somebody won. I know you guys at home are like, nobody never win. Young lady that won, it was under your seat. Show up, show us. Are you the win? We get 2 giveaways. Look at that. Okay, let me see yours. Beautiful. And what's your name?
Amanda.
Samantha. All right. Big congratulations to Samantha. What has she won, Dufton?
And she won a pair of tickets to the RLF, the fight that is happening this Saturday at Hope Gardens. That's the Rough Fight League happening this Saturday at Hope Gardens.
2 tickets, Samantha. Big up yourself. Woo!
And
Yes.
Jamaican Live, we'll be right back, and we have some new music from Wizkid. Check out this video when we come back.